again. Welcome to today's attempt of a TimeGuessr puzzle. This is the game that tests your history knowledge and your geography knowledge. We'll be given 5 photos, just like this one, and for each one we have to say where in the world was it taken, but also when in history was it taken, anywhere from 1900 to today. There are points, of course, the closer you are, both on the map and on the timeline. I usually aim for about 2/3 or 3/4. We'll see how we get on today. Now we're starting with what looks pretty difficult. They're always difficult when they're black and white. At least I think we can be fairly confident that it's French. Journal de voyage. I think I'm going to be going somewhere in Paris for this one. Are there any clues about the year? That's the problem here. I mean, obviously it does look really old. Everyone's got their head covered. I think that's definitely an early 20th century thing rather than being a French thing. I mean, also just the quality of the photo and all of these marks around the edges do make it look pretty old. There's no cars or anything that would help narrow it down a little bit. And there's no horses either, so I don't know if there's horse and cart still or electric trolley buses or anything like that. What do we think? I mean, this could be pre-war. It doesn't actually look that old. It looks old, but not that old. But it could be 30s, I suppose. I don't think it's going to be pre-World War One. Let's just go 32. Why not? And as I said, we're going to go in Paris. We're going to be miles off on the year, probably, but we are where we are. 1924, and it was in Paris. Okay, I'm okay with that. Basically got 3/4. I will take it. And it was between the wars, like I said, so at least I got that bit right. I just got a few years later than I should have done. Right, Ladakh Ecological Dev Group. Interesting. Where is Ladakhi from? Traditional Ladakhi food. It's written in English, that's very suspicious. Presumably it's going to be somewhere that we colonised, but that doesn't narrow it down. Something General Store, Seth General Store, J&K, that could be Jammu and Kashmir. I think in the absence of any other information I'm going to have to go for that part of India. Oh, there we go, Tibetan lacking Kashmiri arts. Okay, so it'll be somewhere on the border between Kashmir and Tibet and something like that. That's fine, we can work with that. We're not going to be a million miles off. What about the year? I mean, it's not the most modern looking photo, but it's not black and white. It doesn't look hugely old. I could be convinced this is 80s or 90s. Let's go 92, because, I mean, it could be 20 years later than that as well. It's sometimes very difficult to know, if you're me. Right. Are we going closer to Tibet or closer to Kashmir? What do we think is a sensible thing to do here? It might come down to which area I can find first on a map. I mean, it's going to be somewhere on the border, isn't it, between India and Pakistan? Here is Jammu and Kashmir, so I think I could well be correct about what I thought I saw at J&K. I knew there was a region called Jammu and Kashmir. Let's just go in this town here, why not? 7 years off, okay, I said 80s or 90s, and I was 255 kilometres away, but in the right general area. Definitely in the right country. So, I think that's a win as well. Again, another 3/4. That's definitely more than I'm going to get on this one. Right, these 14 cars sold to the city of St. Louis. Watch the Fords go by. Okay, so actually, maybe I'm going to get more than 3/4 on this one as well. I mean, it looked really difficult to start with because it's hugely old and black and white. But, I mean, it basically tells us the location, doesn't it? And the year, this could easily be very early 1900s. I don't know exactly when the Fords were around, but I'm going to try 1907. Because if it's pre-war, then I'm guaranteed to be a maximum of 7 years off, and I'd be happy with that. Now the next trouble is, I was going to say, I don't know where St. Louis is, but luckily it's one of the cities that comes up on the map. This looks like it's going to be near a bridge, maybe a bridge across the sea, so I suppose we'll go here, or here. Let's go on this side. 1909, and it was measured in metres. You know you're close when it's measured in metres. So actually we got a lot more than 3/4 on that one, despite it looking like the most difficult one to start with. Alright, what's going on here? Welcome to our Queen. Which Queen is it? Is it Queen Elizabeth II? Yes, I believe it is. But when? That's the next question. Well, and where? Because again, there was a pretty big Commonwealth, so this could be anywhere from Australia to North America, and they're miles away. Cayman Arms. Now, okay. I suppose we have to assume it's in the Cayman Islands then. That seems like as good a place as any to plonk our flag. Or to plonk our pin on the map. I wasn't talking about colonising them again. I do think this is the map, the flag of the Cayman Islands. And that's the flag of America, obviously. The Cayman Islands is in Central America, I believe, so it would make sense. They're more likely to have an American flag there than if it was somewhere in Australia. Right, so what year do we think? How old and frail is she looking? Not hugely old and frail. Is that Andrew? Philip, that's what I meant, Prince Philip. He's looking pretty sprightly there as well, so this is probably a while ago. Can we work out anything from the dress and from the cameras? They're pretty old school cameras, aren't they? So it's not going to be this millennium. I think we could go 80s and 90s again. Let's go 88. Now the trouble is, I don't know where the Cayman Islands are. So we might just have to be looking around the map for a while. Turks and Caicos Islands. This is going to be a problem if they're not in this area, because if they're not in this area, where are they going to be? It's not going to be that far north, is it? It's clearly Caribbean. It's very sunny. I mean, you hear so often, there we go, I was going to say you hear so often about people having offshore accounts in the Cayman Islands. I should know where it was, and I thought I did, but it still took a while to find it. Let's go in there, what looks like the capital. It was 94, so again, only a few years out, but I was in the right place, on the right island, in the right country. And we got more than 3/4 there as well. This is going very well. Number 5 is going to mess everything up, I'm sure. Oh, it is going to mess everything up because it's another really old black and white one. What's going on here? I think we have to assume it's in Belgium. Let's hope that's what the B is trying to symbolise. The Y could be the region, so it could be Ypres, which is definitely in Belgium. So I think we'll assume that it's Belgium. We haven't got a lot else to go on. Well, actually we do, don't we? Because that is de 7 and 19. That's like, it's French, so it'll be Belgian French, possibly. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it feels very plausible still that it's in Belgium. Even if it's in France, at least we'll be close. So the question is, what year? What year do we look like these cars came out? I would say 60s. I'm tempted to leave it at 62. I think I am going to leave it at 62. I'm way more confident than I was before I started looking at this photo. Is it going to tell me where Ypres is? Or am I just going to go in Brussels? There's got to be another city here that comes up, hasn't there? I just want those extra points. I'm sure I'm going to be pretty close. There we go, there's Ypres. It's going to end up being Brussels anyway, isn't it? Even if this car was made in Ypres, there's no guarantee that they didn't drive to Brussels. But I've at least found the correct city. Possibly. I found what I was looking for anyway. Are we close? It is Brussels, typical, and it's 18 years later, so not too many points for the year there. That's a little bit frustrating. I feel like I deserved more. 18 years in the grand scheme of time is not that far off. But anyway, we got more than 50% on that, and we got more than 3/4 overall. 77% that is, isn't it? So I said I was aiming for 2/3 to 3/4, and we beat that target. So I'm pretty happy with that performance. How did you get on? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.